What's going on, everyone? Today we're diving headfirst into the Chrono Odyssey beta, and I'm going to be completely upfront. This game in its current state is clearly far from ready. It's an unpolished and hopefully early stage of development. Big content creators have already told us this build is outdated and many issues have already been fixed. I seriously hope that's the case. This video is for anyone who hasn't had a chance to play the beta yet and needs their expectations properly set. But it's also crucial viewing for all of us once the beta wraps up. Why? Well, because we need to keep the conversation going and critique this game openly. Think of it like buying a car based on a concept sketch. It promises a sleek design and incredible features, but the actual prototype might be missing wheels, have a bad engine, and interior made of cardboard. We've given too many promising titles the benefit of the doubt, only to stumble at launch. We simply can't afford to turn a blind eye with Chrono Odyssey. It has too much potential. This video aims to transparently show the beta's current state and why continued open feedback is vital for the game's future. And nowhere is that more evident than when you consider how this game's publisher boasts awe-inspiring visuals powered by Unreal Engine 5, setting a high bar. However, I need to calibrate your expectations. While the graphics are good, they aren't groundbreaking. Chrono Odyssey looks like a contemporary of games like Throne and Liberty or New World, and these are games released in 2023 and 2021 respectively. It's less a dazzling avant-garde painting and more a solid, well-executed portrait of what you've seen before. The art style and design are solid, but don't expect jaw-dropping visuals. What genuinely needs work is the lighting. It swings wildly between a dark abyss and blinding glare, with a comfortable middle ground rarely found. Slight camera movements can drastically alter the lighting across entire towns and dungeons, making the world feel inconsistent. It's like having a spotlight operator who can't decide if they want to illuminate the stage or blind the audience, constantly flicking the switch. I believe there's a dynamic day-night cycle, but it could also be that my character walked by a lantern on the wall and now this game takes place on Mars. Okay, maybe that last jab was a bit too much. While the overall graphics are serviceable and fit within modern MMO aesthetics, the highly inconsistent and often extreme lighting severely impacts the visual experience, failing to deliver on quote-unquote next-gen promises. Beyond its visual fidelity, the game's core experience, particularly its combat, needs to be addressed. Stepping into the Chrono Odyssey beta felt like a trial by fire. From the moment I charged the first Chrono Gate boss, it was clear this game demands precision. Attack animations have a noticeable recovery, and stamina is a precious resource. It's not about reckless attacks, it's about timing, dodges, and knowing when to commit. Initially, it felt like learning a complex new dance, constantly stumbling, but slowly, the combat's intended rhythm started to click. There's a definite ebb and flow here that once learned, feels incredibly rewarding. The initial taste was just with bare bones combat of my level 1 character against the 1000-fold Piercer. As I acquired each new skill for my chain blades and twin axes, it started to feel as if God of War and Elden Ring had a child, and Chrono Odyssey is that baby. Every new ability opened up new possibilities. With a total of 8 skills from each weapon to choose from at any time, the decisions and playstyles will hopefully be more about player expression and less formulaic. Hey, if you made it this far into the video, do me a favor and please hit the like and subscribe buttons. It really helps out the channel and lets me know which type of content is providing value for you all. Okay, back to the video. I was really hoping combat would be more fast-paced like the first Berserker Kazan, or even like Sekiro, and it very well could be for other weapon users and other classes, but with my singular 8-hour experience as a Berserker with the weapons I just mentioned, fighting was still very enjoyable, though it was never mesmerizing. Combat in Chrono Odyssey evolves significantly with new skills, offering an enjoyable and dynamic experience that, while perhaps not always as fast-paced as some action games, it clearly builds on a solid foundation. While the combat itself evolves into an enjoyable and dynamic system, its true potential is ironically hindered by the very input methods many PC gamers might initially choose. For a game with combat this fluid and action-oriented, keyboard and mouse simply doesn't cut it. This is undeniably a controller-first experience. Like many Souls-likes or ARPGs, the intricate dance of attacks, movement, and defensive counters feels natural and seamless with the gamepad. The moment I plugged in my controller, it was like suddenly being handed the right key to a lock I had been fumbling with. Everything immediately clicked into place. Unfortunately, the user interface is a major hurdle. Menus are often difficult to navigate, and some are literally impossible without a mouse. A simple equipment tab that works effortlessly with mouse and keyboard feels cluttered and claustrophobic with the controller. Also, joining a party for group content is near impossible in this manner, because there are multiple pages of groups to join. You can tab over to the pages by clicking on the arrows. Unfortunately, you can't access those same arrows on a pad. More critically, you cannot summon your specters with the controller. This forces you into a self-imposed hard mode, as your Chronotector, a vital combat tool, remains inaccessible. This needs a fix ASAP, preferably before this beta is even over. While controller gameplay offers superior fluidity of combat, the game's user interface is severely hampered by poor keyboard and mouse integration. Despite these significant rough edges, I genuinely enjoyed my 8 hours of playtime. The combat is engaging, exploration is top-notch, and progression feels incredibly meaningful. A single level up or gear tier jump makes a tangible difference in every encounter. It's like sharpening a dull knife, suddenly making every cut incredibly precise and effortless. This strong progression loop means material gathering and crafting are essential as well as rewarding. Downtime between bounties and quests was consistently filled with obtaining tools and gathering as many resources as I could along the way. And when I wasn't trying to craft my next upgrade, I was taking down field bosses, subjugation mobs, and bounties for even better gear drops. Despite its noticeable flaws, Chrono Odyssey's beta provides a deeply engaging experience thanks to its impactful progression, rewarding crafting loop, and excellent open-world exploration. Again, I'm being very critical of Chrono Odyssey's beta because I want to see it succeed. The core game has so much going for it, an expansive open world, a multitude of activities, diverse character classes, and genuine co-op. It has a potential to inject new life into the MMO genre. Think of it as a rough diamond. It's got dirt and imperfections now, but with the right polish it could truly shine. I genuinely believe this is the game to do it. So there you have it, my raw, unfiltered first impressions of the Chrono Odyssey beta. We've talked about the demanding yet rewarding combat, the frustrating UI hiccups, the serviceable graphics held back by inconsistent lighting, and the truly solid core that makes progression so meaningful. Just like I said at the start, this game is clearly still very rough around the edges, but its underlying potential is undeniable. This video was designed to temper your expectations if you haven't played the beta, but also to serve as a marker for all of us. As gamers, we need to keep this conversation alive, openly critiquing and pushing for improvement. We've seen too many promising titles wither because we didn't demand better. Chrono Odyssey has a chance to be truly special, and it deserves our continued attention and honest feedback. I, for one, can't wait to jump back in, after a short power nap. What are your thoughts on what you've seen? Let me know in the comments below. That's gonna do it for today. I'll talk to you all again soon, and maybe I'll even see you grinding bounties, time portals, and labyrinths this weekend. Time portals and labyrinths. That's a great name for a D&D spinoff.